Good morning, my Horizon friends. I'm Teacher Ann. How are you guys doing this morning? Now, we've been talking about the five senses. We've been talking about our eyes to see, our nose to smell, our mouth and our tongue to taste, our hands and our fingers to touch, and our ears to hear. Well, today we are going to talk about hearing. What part of your body do we use to hear? You're right. We use our ears. Do you know how many ears we have? You're right. We have 2 ears, so we can hear good. Now I have some pictures, and you're going to tell me what these pictures are, how they sound, and you're going to think, well, is it a good sound? Is it an annoying sound? Is it a loud sound? Or a beautiful sound? Our first picture, do you know what it is? Esther, Judah? It's a bell. Right. And how does the bell go? Right again. Ding dong, ding dong. Now, you probably hear bells every Christmas, and you also probably hear a bell coming out of a church. You also hear a bell right in your house. How about the doorbell? Now, here we have another picture. Okay, Ellie, do you know what this picture is? You're right, it's birds. And how do the birds go? Tweet, 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 tweet. Did you ever wake up in the morning and it's very quiet, and the first thing you hear are the birds outside? They really sing pretty, so this is a pretty sound. Now our next picture, this happens every 4th of July. Now this is firecrackers and rockets. Now this is a loud sound. Sometimes we even have to put our hands in our ears because it's so loud. And let me tell you a secret. Teacher Donna, this is I think one of her favorite holidays, and she loves hearing the fireworks. Now, this one, what do you think this is? Scarlet? It's a crying baby. And how does the baby go? Whoa, whoa. Now, this sound, I guess it could be annoying, but since it's a baby, I like hearing a baby cry. The baby's probably angry or has a bellyache, or maybe the baby is just mad. Now we have this picture. And Anna, what do you think these kids are doing? You're right, they're laughing. Maybe if they would have laughed at the baby crying, the baby would stop crying. Now, did you ever hear a belly laugh? When someone makes a belly laugh, everyone starts laughing. And I know I saw a video of Ellie with her baby sister, and her baby sister did a belly laugh, and the whole family couldn't stop laughing. Now we have a picture of a man snoring. Now, how does this go? Do you know, Declan? What kind of sound is that? You're right. It's an annoying sound. Look at the girl next to him. She has earplugs in. So I guess it's an annoying sound, but it could be a funny sound. Now we have raindrops. And how does the rain go? Aiden, do you know how the rain sounds? Right, drip, drop, drip, drop. Now, the rain sounds, I think, can be very pretty. Now, it's probably annoying to you guys because the sun's not out and you can't go out to play. But if you just sit there and listen those raindrops coming down on the window, or even you're sitting out in the porch and the rain is coming on the roof, or you might be camping and the raindrops are falling on your tent or your pop-up. It's really a neat sound. But then, with the rain comes thunder and lightning. And how does this sound? You're right. It's a big boom. That's another one you probably have to put your finger in your ear. And it probably scares you sometimes. And then our last picture, our children singing. And Faith, I know it was your birthday not too long ago, and I bet your brothers sang, "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you." It's always a fun sound when other children are singing happy birthday to you. So if you couldn't hear all these sounds, if you were deaf, wouldn't you think you would be sad and have a lonely life? Well, today we are going to learn about a deaf and mute man. Now, do you know what a deaf and mute man is? Right. A deaf man can't hear. And because he can't hear, he can't talk. Because how is he going to learn how to talk if he can't hear? Well, you know, Jesus really loved to travel to all the towns, and people would all gather around him because they would like to hear what he had to say about God. They just loved learning about God. But there was another reason why they used to follow him. Because they used to bring their relatives and their friends, and Jesus would heal them. He healed a blind man. He healed a man that couldn't walk. He even brought someone back to life. Well, this deaf man, he had some nice friends, and they heard that Jesus was going to be in town. So they gathered up his friend, and they took him into town, and they just pushed him right through the crowd, right into Jesus. Well, Jesus took him away from the crowd because he wanted to be alone with them. And when he was alone with them, he put his finger in the man's ear, and he looked up in heaven to the man who created you. And you know what? He left a big roar, and he said, "Open up!" And all at once, the man could hear. Just like that, not 5 minutes from now, not an hour from now, right at that moment. Now, what do you think that man heard? The very first thing that he heard. Do you think he heard birds singing? Tweet, 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 tweet. Or do you think he heard the wind? Whoosh, whoosh. Do you know what I think? I think he heard Jesus' voice telling him how much he loved him. The man was so happy he ran back to his friends. His friends were so amazed that now he could hear. Now, wasn't that a wonderful story? Now we're going to sing a song. Now the first verse is going to be, did you ever hear a bell ring? A bell ring, a bell ring. Did you ever hear a bell ring? Ding dong, ding dong, okay? Or we could even go ding-a-ling-a-ling. All right, here we go. Did you ever hear a bell ring, a bell ring, a bell ring? Did you ever hear a bell ring? Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Very good. Now we're going to do one with the wind. Did you ever hear the wind blow, the wind blow, the wind blow? Did you ever hear the wind blow? Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Now our next verse is going to be a baby crying. Here we go. Did you ever hear a baby cry, a baby cry, a baby cry? Did you ever hear a baby cry? Whoa, 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 whoa. Now that was good, but let's do another one. Let's do a dog. Did you ever hear a dog bark, a dog bark, a dog bark? Did you ever hear a dog bark? Woof, 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 woof. Now let's do rain. Did you ever hear the rainfall, the rainfall, the rainfall? Did you ever hear the rainfall? Pitter patter, pitter patter. Okay, now our last one, we're going to do the birds. Did you ever hear a bird sing, a bird sing, a bird sing? Did you ever hear a bird sing? Tweet, 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 tweet. Good job.
Top one.
Well, I sure had fun this morning. I hope you guys did too. But before we go, let's bow our heads and put our hands together and let's say a prayer. Father, thank you for giving us ears to hear. Help us to be good listeners. Thank you for our story today about the deaf man and muted man whose friend believed in you and took their deaf friend to you to be healed. And thank you for our family and friends. And most of all, thank you for bringing us all together to learn more about you. Amen. Now, I just want to remind you that next Thursday, tomorrow night, August 6th, we will not have a Bible club. So, we'll see you the next week. Bye.